It's okay.
It's cool. Welcome on in, everyone. Lovely to have you here today. As you all know who I am, but let me proudly introduce the one and only Evan Sabba, the OG Brad Vickers. How are you today?
I'm good, mate. How are you? It's a pleasure.
Right.
It's a pleasure first time streaming with you, and I don't think we've actually had that much discourse before. So just a bit here and there. So it's a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Being here.
So because we're slightly behind, we'll go straight into the game. So today we are going to be doing a terrible speed run of this game. We're going to watch the cutscenes, and we're going to ensure that Brad does escape Nemesis. Imagine.
Oh yeah. This is interesting. I like to see this.
No, sadly, it doesn't happen.
Yeah. I knew I was being lied to.
I wanted just to kind of put that out there.
I was putting a bit more trust into the world, and I thought it was going to come back to me as like I was going to win. Obviously not. That's okay.
But what we'll do, we'll ask some questions, I'm sure, throughout the run. It's going to take about an hour or so. So, you know, we've still got time, and I know we're slightly behind, but it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, I won't want to keep you as long as you've already have done today.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll make a start then. So yeah, welcome everyone, and here we are. We're gonna do Jill. We're gonna wear costume 5. Biohazard. Do you want to watch the cutscenes, Evan?
Would
you like to watch the cutscenes?
Yeah, sure.
Why not? We'll obviously especially watch the Brad cutscenes, won't we, folks? You know, we have to do that.
Right. Second.
Oh.
Sorry about that. I'm all full of surprises. Didn't say that for sure. Sorry, I'm trying to do something at the same time.
It's all right. It's cool. I'm just gonna ask the chat. Everyone, can you hear okay now? Is like the audio fine? The game volume might be slightly low, but is everything coming through okay? All good, yes. Fantastic. Fan-bloody-tastic.
This is Chopper Delta, preparing to drop off at area
Good stuff. Christmas hat ready. Good here, yeah. Everyone seems to be up to date here, Evan, so it's all working.
Sorry, I'm looking down and trying to figure out what I'm trying to do.
So Evan, actually, you know what? I'm
Yeah.
going to skip the cutscene because we'll watch the ones obviously with Brad in, and we'll watch a couple of the main cutscenes in the game. But yeah, as I said, thank you for being here again. An absolute pleasure. The mods is going to pick up on some of the on a couple of the questions. But my question to you is, how did you get involved? How did you get involved?
Sorry,
in
say again.
Evil? How did you get involved in the Resident Evil franchise? How did it all become?
Well, basically like any actor, I auditioned. I had an agent from a very early time. I think I graduated theater school when I was like 21, maybe 21.
Yeah.
And I got an agent right away in that agency. I was with an agency, and that included a voice agent. And the voice agent sent me out on auditions because I was young and I didn't have a demo tape yet. So I got sent out to the audition. But I'm trying to recall if it's because I booked something called Brats of the Lost Nebula.
Okay.
Jim Henson's show.
Yeah.
And I was one of the leads on that show. And that may have been the reason why I got the audition, because the casting director maybe already cast me through the Jim Henson thing.
Yeah.
So maybe I just had an opportunity that way. I don't know. But it was an audition just like it was anything else. And I went in there, and I'm not even sure if I read for Brad. I could have read for anybody really, Leon, Chris, any dude, but I can't recall. But when I got the part and the gig, well, of course I was blown away and thrilled. But that's the process. Just sent on an audition, auditioned. Had no real idea. I'm not even sure. I mean, I did play the first one, so I already knew about Resident Evil. I just don't know if I knew I was going in to audition for Resident Evil, because they may have kind of kept that mum.
Yeah. Amazing, it really is. So,
Yeah.
how big was Resident Evil at the time? Or what you know about it? Like, was it pretty big at the time? Would you say? Like,
I don't really actually know because it was only the first game that got released at that point, and it blew everyone away. The game was amazing, right? Like it wasn't a game kind of like it out there, so everyone was really into it. Who really liked horror and suspense and all, puzzle. I had a lot of all these things. I
Yeah.
think it even had crafting in it, which before even I thought crafting was even a thing. So, people were very into it, and I think it was probably that year when it got released, like, one of the big players in terms of video games.
yeah.
So, but again, video games are always different slightly as it passes through time, and the way they produce them and the way they market them and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
so I think it was big, but it's nothing like
It is
like
now.
as big as it is today. Yeah, I mean, like, there's so many now movies behind it, right? There's like a huge fandom and people writing stories on their own, zines and sculptures, everything. So it's like a bona fide huge thing now.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it wasn't quite that big when I was doing it.
Phenomenal. We've got a few questions coming through here, Evan.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're probably monitoring it on the chat as well, your end. But
Yeah,
before-
I can sort of see it. Yeah.
So, Old Genesis said, are you a gamer? Do you play games yourself? I mean, have you played any of the Resident Evil games, which you've already touched on, I think? But
Well, yeah, like I'm very much a gamer. I guess I'm like an early on gamer, like from the early old days of gaming.
yeah.
And so it still again feels a little bit different when I say gamer. And I'm wondering if like what you guys think in your minds of as a gamer. But I play absolutely everything.
Yeah.
From Asteroids still to Pac-Man to
Pac-Man.
I mean the old ones, like
brilliant, yeah.
Galaga and all the old video game that was in the arcades, because I think back in the day it started that way where we we found video games were found in arcades first.
Mhm.
It was all just like a place where they had these like shooting games, which actually the old light guns, old light, like really like light bulbs in them, probably
Yeah.
shooting out just faint beams of light to hit something that sensed it, knocked itself over, but then there was pinball. And then when the first video game came into my video game, I lived in Toronto, and I lived in downtown Toronto. Oh wait, I know that door.
Yeah, I'm waiting because this
Yeah.
is a special door for you, isn't it?
Yeah. So the first video game I saw in the arcades, and I was at Blaine Bloor, downtown Toronto, in one of the larger of the arcades in Toronto. And probably still at the time not like massive city style like New York probably, but it was massive. It was a big arcade. At least 300 different games in there. But the first video game I saw was Space Invaders, and at first you couldn't even see what everyone was standing around almost every single day when you first came across it, because there were crowds around the machine to watch somebody try it. So that was my first instance of video games, and gamers back in the day were, we were in arcades and there were people smoking in them, right? So totally different world.
Yeah.
And we use buttons and a stick for the first, few games too. Like I've got myself a deck, with some sandwall buttons in there, just so I can play the old school games anytime I want, like a good old gamer would. And then I've got all the, I got my PSVR, and I've got PlayStation. I'm more of a PlayStation person now because I grew up. I've got my Intellivisions, and I got a Sega Saturn.
Sega Saturn, I'll tell you
Yeah,
what, it's got everything here, folks.
But I mean, it's not that I played that one the most. It's just that I think that the Saturn was even gifted to me.
Wow.
And I've played the Wii. I've played as many games as I could possibly muster in this lifetime to play.
I'm well
And I have
impressed.
so many, and I have too many which is why eventually I will have to stream just so I can actually revisit my catalog and go, oh, that's, I'm glad I spent $14 or $26 or $60 now on those games. It's good to revisit your old games so you can get your money's worth out of it.
Absolutely.
Right?
And that reminds me, actually, folks, ! Brad in the chat, and you can go and follow Evan's socials on Twitter. And there's another one on there as well on these socials on Twitter. Is it the coffee one thing that you can go on?
What? I just put that up for, but I don't expect it.
No,
so
we
I'm just
You're doing a massive service here. You're a massive part of the Resident Evil franchise.
Yeah, I know.
We help them out. So go and follow Brad. Go and follow Evan. So yeah.
But see, here's the thing. I want to actually do things more for you guys to be able to earn that kind of thing. I just have it set up, so it's okay. You don't have to do any of that. I'm a little embarrassed. I don't have anything ready. I was supposed to have a piece of artwork that I wanted to sign and do a giveaway for you guys, but my artist fell through, so I have to look for another artist to do the thing that I want to do to sign, and we'll do some giveaways.
Oh, bless you.
So and then if you feel like helping out and all that stuff, that's great. But I want to do more for you guys first.
It's very kind. We've got your cutscene here, all being well. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
Oh, Brad!
Oh no! I always hurts. But look at this. This is dead aim, right? I've got good aim. You think I don't, but I do. I can kill this guy on my own, but
whatever.
It's nice that Jill's helped there. The only time.
Can you still do the voice?
No, I've had too much scotch and stuff. So I've tried. I can try, and obviously, obviously I could probably get close to it, but it requires a little bit more practice. I think. I think I haven't practiced and worked hard at my voice work for a long time. I've been more just always concentrating on the film aspect of it. So, and I just shot something, so that's good. I'm working on camera still, and my agent's happy that way. But the voice part is what I'm struggling with, and that's what I'm sort of want to focus on next.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I can. I've got a pretty good range. As you can see, my voice doesn't get down. Get down. So I go way up high. I can get way up high if I really wanted to. Is that way up high? It's not even really way up high, but so I want to work on that aspect of my career more so.
That sounds amazing. It really does. It really does. Was the voice you did for Brad back then your natural voice?
It's a good question. It was. I mean, I listened back to it, and the thing is, it's my natural voice in Brad's situation. So and when I listen back to it, it's obvious to me that they it wasn't just one take, that's for sure. It was several hours of working on even a few lines, which I've said this on many other streams before, but I'll say it on yours too. I did also some of the voice work for a few of the soldiers in the opening cutscene of Resident Evil 3 when the soldiers get overrun. I'm one or two of those soldiers screaming.
Oh, you never knew that.
Yeah, well, it's hard to tell because you have to kind of listen and sort of pick out my voice, and it's not easy. And it's even hard for me sometimes. But I know it's in there, and I can hear myself scream every now and then as a few of those cops. And of course, they got us to do some zombie stuff.
Oh, I never knew that. Thank you for sharing.
Throwaway
that.
stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Amazing.
Yeah, well, you might as well get all your voice talent that's in the in the actual gig, and save money and get them to do the zombies too.
Evan, I've got a question for you before we enter these gates. How do I become a zombie in a game? Listen, I reckon I've got what it takes,
That's the answer. I just gave you an answer in zombie.
That's got to be a good zombie noise right there, and it's like RE2 zombie.
I don't know how you become a zombie I don't know how you do it, but apparently I've been given the credit for Zombie Brad in Resident Evil 2. So I'll take that. I think it's because they were nearing the end of production of 2 as they were getting the voice work done for 3, and then they just used the samples. You know, they were like, oh, we're going to put Brad in. Oh, we have him already, you know? So maybe that's all that happened. That's why I got the credit. But I can't remember doing auditions or recording Brad specific for Resident Evil 2.
You know, I was right. Perel, Matt, can you add Evan to your soundbite collection? It depends what you want him to say. Anyway, let's go through these gates. Let's go. Let's see Brad escape Nemesis.
Yeah?
Here we go. Let's go.
This is not happening, is it?
No.
Why is it happening so soon? Have I not been watching? I've been talking this whole time, and now you've led me right to my death. Oh.
Do the scream.
Oh my God. Jill!
That was pretty good. Oh, Jill.
Hey, that was not bad. Hey,
That was good.
I kind of surprised myself there.
Mate, I thought it was a real thing.
Wow.
That was impressive.
No, I mean, obviously I try. I'm gonna work on it and try to get my Brad voice back. The thing is, I only really know how to do all that screaming, and I only know how to do that really intense talking scene we had, but I don't know him in conversation. So that's the thing I'd have to figure out. How's your speed run going? Are you fast? Are you going fast?
Oh,
no, you've had to wait for me, so your time sucks by that.
Yeah, we're just chilling here. I'm not very good at speedrunning this game anyway, to be honest with you. So
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just here to have a good time, have a little chat.
Yeah, of course.
Have a little chat. Like I say, keep the questions coming as well, folks. If you got any questions, so you don't mind me calling
Keep
you
up the
Brad or
questions
Evan.
for
Yeah,
sure.
Keep up the questions. So anything you want to ask, we should. I think the question from me to you is, you mentioned about streaming yourself. What kind of content you're looking to do when you do get?
Oh, I don't know.
streaming?
I don't know. I don't know anything about. I mean, I watch streaming because I've been trying to absorb and learn what streaming is and what that is. I mean, you know, I have my own YouTube channel. I don't know if you know that actually.
I didn't know that. No.
You don't know that?
No.
I have my own YouTube channel with my friend because we were bored during the pandemic, and it's called Sludge Pirates, and we are magnet fishermen. So we throw. I mean, I'm sure you know in the UK magnet fishing.
I do. Yes.
Yeah, because that's all. And so we have our own Canadian version of that show of a magnet fishing where we throw our magnets in the water and haul out shopping carts or knives or guns. We found guns this summer, which was ridiculous. But streaming is a different thing altogether. So it's kind of a learning curve, and I'm watching all of you to absorb what I like to be doing. But obviously, I'm a gamer, so I got a lot of games, so I would like to do that. But of course, a lot of people, you know, like to do just chat or whatever, or just hang out. It's just it's a variety of things, right? So, would you be a variety streamer, or would you? I don't know what you call yourself, but I don't know if I would have any particular focus, but I would definitely stream almost my entire catalog and bore people to death.
Well,
sure.
You know, there'll be people who'll be willing to help you, like set up and you know whatever.
Oh
you
yeah.
do. So you know, in
Oh, yeah.
particular with the Resident Evil community, as you're well aware, that you know the people are very supportive that way. So you got any?
You know what?
questions?
I came back to the community this year, and it was because Vickers and Liquors found me, and she brought me in, and it's been a real pleasure. I really like, I understand that you guys have to deal with a few things here and there that make everyone upset now and then and everything, but I have to say that for the most part, everyone's been really welcoming and really nice to me, and yeah, really supportive.
That's good.
That's what makes me actually want to engage and have fun, because it's just fun, right? Just fun. You guys have I mean, I'm part of a huge thing that I had no idea was huge, and it's and the community so far has been very welcoming. Cool.
Yeah. I've got a question. Outside of yourself, who would be your favorite character in the Resident Evil franchise?
I guess Jill. She'd
Yeah.
be my favorite character in the franchise, but that's only because my character has not only because, but it's because mainly because we have an interaction and we have a scene together.
Yeah.
And I think I think Brad probably digs her on the side. You know what I mean? Like, not as a not as like a direct crush, but he's just I think he respects her a lot. And she there may have been that sort of like he's a little protective of her,
Hmm.
but doesn't need to be,
Yeah.
and I think he knows that. So it's just one of those relationships, things. So I played Jill too, right, when I played Resident Evil. So it's just a nostalgia thing.
Absolutely.
It's like, do I like Lara Croft? I like her as well.
Yeah.
Because it's nostalgia, and I play games that were impact you.
Absolutely.
I like Solid Snake. I like a lot of characters that impact you, and I think Jill's character really impacted me when I
Yeah.
first played Resident Evil.
Fantastic. There's a few questions.
Resident
here.
Evil 3, I mean.
What were your thoughts? Have you seen Resident Evil 3 remake? I think the first question I need to ask before we go.
Remake? I have seen bits and pieces of it. Yeah.
Well, the question is, have you seen the Brad remake death scene?
Yeah.
And what's your thoughts on it?
I
Mainly.
think a lot of people already know my opinion here.
Okay, I don't. So.
No. All right. So I can offer you my opinion. I wasn't happy about the way Brad dies, and I understand a lot of people do like it, and I appreciate that, and I just think that there was a whole purpose to Brad dying in such a horrific way, and that was to dishearten and to demoralize the player moving forward from that point on, thinking that Nemesis was going to be truly their nemesis, that there was not going to be much hope, or that it made Nemesis such a gigantic monster in their mind when they kill someone so relatively innocent, sort of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just such a huge grand death. I understand that they probably see problems with the way he dies, but I think also psychologically, when you get killed through your main orifice, your main way of communicating with the world, it's very vulnerable feeling and very vile, and all of that psychological stuff was meant to make the monster that much more terrifying.
Absolutely. I mean,
and also to the way Brad gets killed by Carlos, I didn't like that. I didn't like the language that Carlos says just before shooting him, because it even though they may not have known each other, it was still someone wearing a badge, I guess, or part of a service.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seemed, and it was also it made Brad's character diminished by using that language against him. It wasn't a mercy kill. It was more of like, I'm gonna kill this fucker.
You're one of the survivors from the rest
It wasn't a mercy.
But
It
why
wasn't,
change
wasn't
it?
out of compassion.
Why completely change from the original? Like, surely that's the whole point of, like, I know it's a remake, but they could have just kept it similar, couldn't they? Or just, I just don't.
Well, I mean,
understand
they had all these
completely.
fancy graphics. It would have been really crazy to. I mean, they didn't have to kill Brad by putting a tentacle in his mouth. They could have killed him in a number of ways.
Yeah.
But it would have been still much better if Nemesis was doing the killing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Nemesis not killing Brad is taken away from his viciousness, and that he has there's no remorse or care. He's a machine, and he's just there to he's the Terminator,
It is.
right?
Yeah.
And you don't get scared of the Terminator if he never gets to terminate anything in the movie. You're like, well, what's the point of calling him the Terminator? He didn't terminate anything. So I thought it just weakened it.
Yeah, absolutely, Tom. Yeah, like the killing the Brad early on in the game as well, and then just knowing you've got somebody chasing you around the city is just frightening, isn't it? Especially when you're young as well. I mean, we was pretty young then, but I think there was another question actually, Evan, was in regards to when you did the voice acting for this game. Did you do it with the other actors, or was it like solo working? What was it like? Where was it?
It was definitely solo work.
Okay.
Because I guess I mean the studio was a fairly big studio. It was like I think it was one for like a few for bands and big huge glass. Everyone's sitting beside nice comfy couches and all that stuff. Big studio deck there, whatever it was, sound system, the mixer, and yeah. So it was just there by ourselves, and I saw the other actors come in and go, and I think it was me, and then I think what's her name, Disher came in after me,
Yeah.
to do her session. So we crossed paths with her, so I got to see her in real life.
So you didn't see all the voice. So you didn't get to see all the voice actors in real life. Then you.
No, but funny enough, like because you know, as an actor in the city, you go to auditions and things like that. Like I knew the voice actor already for Carlos. Him and I at auditions would talk or shoot the shit a few times, auditioning up against each other. So I knew Vince, and Jill, Catherine Disher. I didn't really know her. But I saw her in person and we said hello as we were walking by. And no, that's it. I don't know any of the other actors. I don't know anyone else. It was just solo, and you did maybe a couple hour session, and then it was the next actor came in.
So so there's no kind of friendships gained from it, just respect. So you've got no one from the game that you're still in touch with today.
No, but I mean, would anyone be Brad's friend? Like, I mean, would Chris, would Leon, would really
Always love a Brad.
in IRL, would they actually be my friend? Nah, come on. They don't. They can't even hang with a helicopter pilot anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grease monkey. A role play.
I'm going to just pause it here a sec. I've got a few questions. So the first one was any voices in video games that you took inspiration from?
Not video games. I think it was more of like a Bill Paxton, kind of
very cool.
energy to Brad. You know, like just the energy. Like he's not, but it was Bill Paxton from Aliens, essentially.
Yeah.
Where he has that sort of, you know, that sort of crazy sort of energy. Like we're all gonna die, man, kind of energy.
You can see it now.
You know what I mean?
You can
we're gonna die, man.
You
So it was just like, it's just that kind of like the energy was inside of that. And that's, I think that was my main inspiration for the part. But the thing is, I was being coached by the casting director who wanted certain kinds of performances. Two Japanese producers who didn't speak English. So they would try to communicate to her, and she didn't quite speak Japanese, but she was trying to learn or something. So she was kind of getting the gist of what they wanted, and then kind of telling me what to do, and we would all try to figure it out. And yeah, it was a really fun situation, just because the performance could have just been them wanting me to do more or bigger. They really wanted us to go bigger all the time. I was always going a bit under what they wanted, and they wanted me up there. Like, just go. You
should have just said it's game over, man. It's game over. That's what you needed to do.
Game over. Yeah, I think my favorite part was them trying to get me to make damage sounds.
Oh God.
I didn't want to impersonate them, but they were like, you know, it was just them looking at me and going damage. And I was just like, I was like, and they're like, oh, so. They were so happy about that.
Oh God.
So that was some fun stuff. Yeah. In terms of like trying to figure out the performance, I just was going in with a maniacal energy, but them trying to like, you know, they wanted me to like, I was coming out going, Jill. Like they were like, no. They wanted to be like, Jill. And I was like, you want me to say the J, Jill? And they're like, yeah. Like, Jill. Like, oh, Jill. I was okay, no problem. So anyway, so those are the performances tweaks that we got. And so it's like the inspiration's there, but we had to go along with these directions, which were loosely translated. It was confusing. It was great.
Would you say the environment was pressured, or was it like a nice environment to work in? Like, you know, when you did your work and...
It felt, I mean, I was I don't even remember how old I was back in 1999 or 1990. I think it was recorded in 1996 or 7.
Hmm.
Can't remember. But I just remember being really nervous because I was so young and I was walking, and I also too I didn't have a lot of voice work underneath my belt that much, unless I did the Brats before that.
Yeah.
And I walked into the studio and it's massive and it's definitely scary, you know. And everyone, the low lights, it was like, oh my god, this is like serious,
Hmm.
you know. So it was a bit intimidating going into the situation for sure.
How long would you say you was working on it for? Was it what kind of how long would it have been? A couple of weeks, months?
For what? For them?
But for you to do your work and then be out, so to speak.
I think my session was done in one day.
So they already had
It was just-
everything that they wanted for you to do, and then that was it.
Yeah, like I was there for 4 hours. It was like I was there doing lines for 4 hours. Like it was not in and out, you know, wham bam and all that stuff. It was like they were there to work and get the performance that they wanted.
Yeah.
And it took a bit of time. Obviously, drank lots of water.
Hmm.
Sometimes, you know, it's good to like just take deep breaths and run that air past your vocal folds to, you know, help the air oxygenate them, relax your vocal folds. Water. But it was a 4-hour performance. So they got everything in one day. But I did Brad, I did all the soldiers, and I did a few zombie sounds.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been longer than that, but then again, it's the gaming industry.
I'm just imagining 4 hours. It was like 22 years ago. Like, so
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it felt like 4 hours, but it could have
a
been
bit longer.
much longer. But the thing is it probably wasn't that much longer because they did have to see other actors. And like I said, Catherine Disher came in after me.
Yeah.
And her session probably was much longer.
Any more questions, folks? Anything that you want to ask?
What, have you finished your speed run?
No, I'm still no, not yet. Not exactly. Not yet, dude. No, got plenty more. Get your questions in if you got anything if you want to ask Evan. I know there's been a few questions that I've already missed, but if they can be repeated, can Evan tell you to fuck off? Wow. I mean, I don't know, Emily. You'll have to ask. You can put the fingers up, but for some reason, the community, every time we get a voice actor on, you get the voice actors to say, Matt, what is it now? Fuck off, Matt. And I don't know why. It's in the sound cues as well. Like, we've got commands of it, and it's just...
Well, maybe they just think you need it, Matt. Maybe it just pushes you in the right direction, you know? I don't know. You need to be told to F off?
If you... Like, you'll have to do it exactly as Emily just put it in the chat if you're going to do it. It's got to be in your Brad voice as well. No pressure.
No. I wouldn't even know what that is, to be honest, at that point. Wow, look at this. Like, everyone's telling you for me. I don't have to say it.
Exactly. There you go, folks. I can't tell the guy if he wants to do it, or, you know, it's totally up to Evan if he wants to say it. You should play him the clips. Oh, no, but I've turned them off now. So we've got to... No pressure. Are there any new projects that you're working on? I saw a tweet that you're playing as Brad in the Netflix series. No, you didn't. Oh,
No.
You...
No. I mean, like I said, I think Capcom thought I died in real life and disappeared or something, but it's my own fault in the sense that I haven't been keeping up with the voice, you know, pressuring my agent. Getting the demo tape is a big deal, so I'm working on saving up for that. That's what my next project is, to get a demo tape made. I think with a demo tape, then I would stand to book more gigs.
Yeah.
I think I would love to do some animation. I'd love to do, of course, video games, but I may even have to take a mocap course, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
Not that I would think you need them too much, but it's just looks good on your resume, I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's just more or less theatrical style of acting, more like on stage, by the looks of it. But definitely take a course, and I just finished a tiniest role playing a really creepy old dude on a movie of the week. But no new projects because that one's done. That was just last week. Just shot that.
Can you say what the movie is? It's too early to say. Oh God.
No, my part was so small. I can't even remember the film I was in. I think I said 2 words and
It's 2 words.
it's
Hey.
horrible. I'm playing a horrible part, so it's
Oh,
okay.
It's all
I don't even need anybody to ever even see it in the future. No point.
Got a question. Did you have the choice to be Brad Vickers or someone else? Did you have a choice?
No, it's never your choice.
Yeah. There you go.
It's,
That's a. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You know, they could have done the auditions, and then they could have been in the situation where they had the voices, but then they wanted to see the actors behind them, and then my headshot came up against somebody else's headshot, and they were like, "Oh, Brad."
Brad.
You know what I mean? Could have been something like that. But yeah, I don't know. You don't get to choose. You just get given a role, and that's your role.
Absolutely. You know, it's paid work, isn't it? You're not gonna Absolutely.
Yeah.
Somebody else asked a question about in terms of the Resident Evil franchise and games. Is there anything that you would change? You had I mean, obviously you spoke about the remake earlier. You wasn't happy about that, which is completely justified.
Yeah, I would change that for sure. But I haven't played the remake games. I'm sorry, I haven't touched them because I have too many games, and I'm playing so many other games.
Well, yeah.
But I probably will get to them and probably end up streaming them, right? Because that'll be fun.
Absolutely.
Me playing remake.
And the thing is, you'll get plenty of support as well. People are tuning.
Yeah. People just tell me where to go and what to do and what to pick up because
they're like, oh my fucking God, you're OG Brad. You're the Brad. You're like, you're famous.
Yeah, I don't know how famous I am because I am the OG. I'm from like 22 years ago.
Yeah, but trust me,
none of the kids. Well, I can't even say that because you guys are still playing the OG game for speedruns and things.
Yeah, it
seems to be a fairly popular thing to do.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
And
so anyway, but I don't think the kids really know me. So, but I'm glad. Listen, I'm fans of the fans. So thank you so much for even considering me famous. That's ridiculous.
You're famous in our hearts.
Yeah. And I appreciate that, and I'll try to live up to it. I know I'm wearing it.
Well, you made the effort with the Christmas hat. It's
Yeah.
better than mine. Mine's
got my wings on. Well, these are not real wings.
Mine's got some sort of weird hair attached to it as well. I mean, I've got some sort of. We've got something similar going on here, Evan. Look, mine's a bit whiter, but look.
Oh yeah, yeah, no.
Quality. Another cutscene coming up.
Wow, what's that? That's amazing. I just switched back to that camera. Did that come with the hat? Is that part of the hat?
Yeah, it's part of my Santa outfit that I've got, but I decided not to wear it today.
No, man, it's way nicer than mine. Although I do have flashy lights. It's pretty cool. Not bad. Although I did see a question up top there. I want to maybe. Somebody says I saw you in The Expanse, or not Southern Scotsman. Oh, he's Scottish. Nice. Okay, I saw you were at The Expanse for Amazon, and a UNN officer. Yeah, I was. Yeah, and I died. I seem to die a lot. If you guys ever follow my career, you watch me and stuff. I apologize now, but I die with a few things. And I admit, not everything, but I do die.
Is he Sean Bean? Are you Sean Bean?
Am I who?
Sean Bean. I don't know if you know who that is.
Sean, am I like Sean Bean? I wish I was anything remotely like Sean Bean.
The Canadian Sean Bean.
Yeah, right. I mean, forget about that.
Well, at least he didn't die in Silent Hill, though, folks. Sean Bean survived.
Did Sean Bean die a lot? I guess he was Borman.
Oh, he dies all the bloody time.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what the joke is? Okay, no.
Yeah.
But I thought you were just calling me. I thought you were flattering me saying that I remotely am like him as an actor. But
sorry.
I'm not as good as Sean Bean.
Well, I don't know. You could be.
That guy's amazing.
Cool. I don't know if there's questions are fluttering in, but I'm missing a few of them. Try to keep on top of 3 things here: the game, yourself, and the chat. It's a bit hard at times.
Oh yeah, no, I imagine this. I'm looking at the chat and I'm like, oh, I can't always keep up. But what is my favorite horror movie? I'm just gonna help you out, man.
Oh, cheers,
I'm gonna
mate.
help
You
you out
keep
while
it
you play your
coming.
game. I'll just
Yeah.
try to get the questions. What's my favorite horror movie? Oh, man. Trying to think of the one that absolutely scared me the most. I don't know. Because as horror films go, I grew up on, of course, Friday the 13th, um, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street. I like that one a lot too, because these movies kind of scare me. Carrie was really awesome too. Awesome to have like those kind of powers, right? Um, but yeah, lots of movies are horror films are my favorite films.
Yeah.
I have like a list of them, but it's hard to remember all of them.
Mikhail.
I think in sequence I want to, but okay.
No, the brakes are out.
All right, that was the one question I got, and I answered myself.
Can
Any
we-
more?
There's a few. Hang on. No, there's
What kind of toast do you like?
Do you like Marmite?
I like I like bit of toast with some marmalade and marmalade.
Quality.
John Morgan died a lot. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I was a supervillain in Alphas. I don't know if anyone has watched Alphas. Played a superhero that could kill things. I had a necrotic ability. I could project my necrotic powers, kill the flowers next to me. But if I grabbed someone, I could kill them by taking the life out of them. And I died in that one.
You died in that one as well. Oh,
Yeah, I got
come
shot.
on. I've got there's a question here in regards to which Resident Evil games have you played?
1, 3. I may have skipped 2, and that may have been at the time because I was young and not having money. So it may have just been a money thing where I didn't buy 2. But I definitely played 1, and I definitely played a bit of 3. I still don't even know if I finished 3, so I probably have to play it. I have it on the PS3. I might, if I do stream, it'll be on my PS3, I think. I don't think my laptop's strong. Games like that from that time. But I'll be playing that if I ever do. And I think I played 4. No, I played 4.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm just recently started playing and goofing around with 5 and trying to get, I'm a bit stuck right now.
Get a partner with that one if you can. Find somebody to play
What's
with.
that?
Find somebody to play with on Resident Evil 5. It's a better experience.
Yeah, I am. I have a friend who's playing with me.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And then you'll play.
Because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. And then you'll play Resident Evil 6, I'm assuming. Then yeah.
I downloaded that huge special that was just on a month ago,
On
where you get all 3 of those games for a really low price.
Absolutely.
So I got 5, 6, and what is it? No, it's 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6 you get, on that deal.
I already played 4, so
That's good. That's good.
But and I would probably get 7, just because it's VR, and I would like to play it in the VR.
So do you play have you played games before on VR? Because you mentioned that you've got one. So what games
Yeah, I got a
have you played?
PSVR, and I got all the cool games on it.
Yeah, 7's
I even have a PS4 aim. I got the aim thing, so I can play the SWAT games.
He's got more stuff than me, folks.
I'm a big nerd.
Yeah, it's great.
I have my Intellivision back there. I play Tron Deadly Discs every now and then.
Wow, I mean, I'm really
Can't
impressed.
get that much nerdier than that.
I've got a question actually. In terms of all the roles that you've ever done, what is your proudest part that you've taken in? Would you say?
In terms of an actor?
Yeah, as an actor, yeah.
Well, I would say I loved my character in Brats of the Lost Nebula on the Jim Henson show.
Okay.
It's a real shame it didn't continue past 1 season. For voice work, because I was a lead on that. That's why I wasn't just Brad and then dying.
Yeah.
But Brad is a very dear place in my heart.
Absolutely.
And because obviously it's an iconic character and all that stuff, and you guys have made me feel so awesome about it. So Brad definitely is way up there in terms of my favorite voice gigs. But in terms of the live action, I did a movie of the week when I was much younger, and it was called Lucky Girl here in Canada. I think you can even find it on YouTube. It's
YouTube
actually
it,
the full
folks.
movie. The full movie called Lucky Girl on YouTube. It stars Alicia Cuthbert, and I'm her first on-screen kiss.
Hey.
Hey, Alicia, have you ever seen that? No,
I haven't. No,
bragging,
sorry, but
bragging. But she was the blonde girl in the movie The Girl Next Door. And she did a really good job, and it was shot on 16 mil, and it was directed by John Fawcett, who directed Ginger Snaps. I don't know if any of you watched Ginger Snaps. So that's a fun movie that I was in because I played the sort of the bad kid that influenced her to gamble more. The older guy. I'm the older guy in her life. So that was fun. That was my most fun gig because it felt like I was an actual movie star for a second.
Oh, bless you. Is that always been the dream, or are you content?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know what the dream was in terms of it being famous. Here's the thing: I was bullied all my life, and everyone's got a different story as to why they're an actor and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
I was bullied, and I was doing really shitty grades in school. And then I went into drama class, and my teacher became my champion. She thrust me upon the stage, basically made me the lead of the musical in school.
Oh wow! Okay.
And so I had to perform in front of the whole school, and it's a significant psychological difference when you're spent your youth growing up getting bullied and all for various reasons, and then an auditorium of it's a significant psychological difference. And I think for kids who are suffering, struggling through school or getting bullied, they want that proverbial pat on the back. An audience clapping after you give a good performance is that sort of pat on the back. And not that we should be looking for that, because that's dangerous for actors to want that.
Yeah.
They should be more, we should pursue the craft, because the craft asks us to expose ourselves, to reveal who we are and to all our flaws, and to be okay with it, to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I think that struggle is difficult for me personally, but for a lot of people. And I think it's why we pursue it, because it's an extraordinary challenge for us to be in front of people, to perform, and to bring ourselves and shock ourselves and scare ourselves during our own performance, because we reveal so much. And it's a tough thing. Not everyone can do it. I can't do it very well. I still work on it daily. And every time I gig, I try to work on that. It's hard. And that's why I do it.
Absolutely, yeah. You got to keep pushing.
Pat on the
yourself.
back, and because it's the most challenging thing that I want to get good at.
Got to fight here with Nemesis.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Is this the finale? Is this the finale?
No, we're at the hospital now. We're at the hospital.
Okay.
Some nice comments. Yeah, absolutely. Evan is a great guy. He's a wonderful human being.
Thank you, Miss M. Devil.
Do you have any favourite musicals or plays?
I'm sorry, Jill.
Favorite musicals or plays? Well, that's kind of like outing me out as a person who likes musicals. Can't forgive that.
Hey, that's not a question from me, by the way. I'll tell you
that's okay, man. You know what? As an actor, because I went to theater school, I am classically trained. I have a huge fuck off book of Shakespeare. I've got the first folio of Shakespeare. Excuse me for swearing.
No, you can swear all you like.
Comes out of me every now and then. But so I'm a classically trained, Ibsen, Chekhov, Shakespeare, and all that stuff. But I forgot what the question was about.
Are you any favorite musicals or plays?
Right. So favorite musical. That happens from time to time as well as you get older. Man,
It happens to me now. Don't worry.
So favorite musicals. I would say Sweeney Todd. It's going to be a few Sondheims for sure. Sweeney Todd. Into the Woods. I have not seen some of the more modern ones like Wicked and a few other ones like that, but
My game just died.
I guess. And yeah, I mean So there's a lot of them, and it's hard to even just recall them and what I had to sing. But the one we did in high school was called Leader of the Pack, Ellie Greenwich story, and I had to sing "Do What Did He Do" and "Hanky Panky." Those are my 2 songs.
My game just crashed, so I'm trying to find a local save. That's too far. I don't. My game crashed. Yeah. It just died. I'm just trying to find a save. Yeah, it's never done that before. Like literally, like I've played this game lots and weird. Try save. This is perfect actually. It'll be fine. That's weird that was, folks. Yeah, we're back on it now. I appreciate your humbleness.
Thanks, Mr. Devil. Pretty funny.
Yeah, holy, the game crashed. It just went off. Well, earlier today, Evan, my computer just completely broke down. Well, it didn't break down, but it completely shut down on stream. Like everything went off, the whole thing. So sometimes technology gets the best of all of us. Let me tell you.
It's all good. I mean, we have so many technical difficulties going on. I have to sort of figure this out. Like, this can't happen again. I don't know what happened about all this sound stuff at the start there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Oh, yeah, it happened, Holy. But now I'm on your load save, so it's going to be harder for me to complete this game.
Do I have any RE memorabilia? I'll read that one and answer it myself. I don't. Except, I do now. I do. I'm all very excited by this. I'm trying to figure out what I did. What I did with what I wanted to show you. I remember. Hold on.
Yeah, you crack on. He's gone.
No, I mean, I was looking for a patch that I just got my first stars patch. But these little guys, these little things here. Oh, is it going to focus on it? Probably not.
What is it? Yeah. Is it you?
Oh, it's not going to focus. Is that in focus? It's too bad it doesn't get up close.
Yeah, it's not.
Too bad I can't put it close and they focus on it. Because what it is... Oh, you cheap camera. This is Brad Vickers. And this is Brad Vickers. And this is Brad Vickers. These were sent to me by is it Steamforge Games?
Okay.
Am I getting that right? My God.
Sounds right.
Really embarrassing. They're making the Resident Evil board game.
Oh,
and these,
yes.
So, and these are the prototypes for the Brad Vickers picture. Yeah, figurines. I can't even speak anymore. So, yeah, this Brad Vickers in particular is the one I'm using for my, I guess my profile pic. I just put my little face on top of him. So that was really cool. That's my first piece of Resident Evil memorabilia is my character. That's the coolest thing ever. And I have a patch, which I'm going to sew on. And I think I got this in the mail. And it's a flak jacket, which I have to fix up and color and all that stuff.
Pretty
So
awesome.
once I get that sorted, I'll be wearing that for you guys.
That's amazing. So you're looking to collect more and more of whatever you can get hold of for...
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. I like, I'm not a collector of many things. I do collect a few comics, but not like collect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sort of like just a random collector. Go, oh, I want that. Like, I mean, I'm not collecting this, but I'm not throwing away my Tim Biebs Timbits box. I don't know if you guys know, because a lot of you from England.
What's that?
This is a Justin Bieber inspired, or a co-pro with Justin Bieber and Tim Hortons, which is our major coffee chain here in Canada.
Yeah.
This will be worth $5 one day. Amazing.
Quality, I love it.
But people have been buying, like, they had toques, they've had hats, they've had bags and all kinds of things that Justin Bieber designed, and people bought them up and are selling them again for like hundreds of dollars more overseas and things. It's great.
Yeah, collectibles
So-
can go through the roof. Really,
Yeah.
really.
I'm not throwing away that box.
No,
just in
you
case.
you keep that box. You don't throw
Yeah.
that anywhere.
When I'm 80, I'll sell it.
A whole $5 fucking. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's cardboard, and I mean, there's probably still some Timbits in it, so it's not mint.
Oh, zombies! From everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but out of all the Resident Evil games, this is the one game that I think as a speedrunner, most people enjoy because it's always random, like in terms of different zombies, or like you can have hunters in different rooms, and the enemies are just it's crazy, isn't it, folks? So like a lot of people love going back to this one because anything can happen. It's not always the same. Like say for Resident Evil 1, you'll always
Yeah,
have the
like I
same-
think isn't that sort of like wasn't that the sort of the fun thing about Resident Evil 3 is that it did have sort of like you didn't. Is it that Nemesis shows up wherever?
You've got that as well, but like just
That's that a mod?
no, it's not
But-
a mod. He will come at different times usually. Yeah.
Oh, different times. Okay, yeah. So the game has more replayability. Is that was that the idea?
Yeah, absolutely. So like we call it. It's called RNG. I don't know if you've heard that expression before.
RNG?
Yeah. So it's known as
No.
like random number generated. It's all.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Okay, I'm
based
still
on
looking
where
at that.
enemies are going to be or the amount or what it could be. It's just that's why speedrunners always come back to this all the time because to try and get the best time as possible and speedrunning
Yeah.
as a whole is huge.
Is there do you guys have you organized or has anyone organized like some kind of award ceremony for the speedrunners? Was there any kind of like what do you get from it other than world clout?
It's just the competitiveness, the enjoyment, passion.
Yeah. Is there an esports element to it? Can you make bank on it? What's going on?
People have put events on for money, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's esports level. But then again, if you look at the charity organisations that are on Twitch, have you heard of Games Done Quick (GDQ)? Have you heard of that?
No.
When they go live on one of their major events, they have 80,000 people watching, and you could have Resident Evil 3 on there. So at one point,
Really?
you might have had 80,0and people watching your death scene. At one point.
Well, I
yeah,
think
it was
at one point, I mean, I don't even know. I really don't even know how many people have watched me die because it must be in the millions. Am I wrong?
Yeah. I hate to say it, but yeah.
It must be.
But that's a question, like, to you, really. Like, we do an annual charity event we do called the RE Marathon. And that's where, like, we get the voice actors involved as well. So if you're interested, April next year, come on for a run and you'll see how it's properly done. Like, we raised a lot of money. I think last one we raised $10,000 for the Mental Health Foundation, which obviously in the midst of COVID as well, it was pretty imperative. And, we did...
Yeah, good for you.
So like
That's
a lot
awesome.
a lot of us come together. The voice actors come together. We had like the ones for like RE Village and all of that involved, and RE2 remake and 3. But for yourself to come on and say one of the Resident Evil 3 classics would be amazing, wouldn't it, folks? It really would.
It's in the billions. That's what if I'm around and I'm not gigging off somewhere and doing something, I'm always up to helping out charities for sure.
Yeah, and like you get to see a proper speedrunner as well of this game, because I'm not very good at this one compared to others. I just play it sometimes.
Oh, I've dropped into the world champions. I've been to world champions times, man. It's all good. It's I've seen all the people like trying to beat each other, and it's pretty fun that way. I've dropped into a few of their streams because I do that from time to time, just in case anybody does decide to stream Resident Evil 3. I'm often just sitting here at home and late at night, and I might drop in on your stream. As Peralt might tell you.
Peralt's here. She loves it. Peralt does.
Yeah, she'll tell you that I've dropped into a stream once or twice. I think to her.
We've seen you there.
Yeah, so I do that. I do that just because support, but also, I mean, it's obvious that I'm there also to promote myself, but more just make people aware that I'm around. And I'm here to have fun with you.
So that's the thing as well, and the great thing about Twitch, as we've got here, and everyone will tell you, is that you can genuinely make friends on Twitch. We you know, I've met plenty of people off Twitch in person, and you know, we've gone out drinking, having a good times. We was out. Quite a few of us was out like 2 weeks ago. Well, last week, and you know, we had a night out, didn't we? Had a curry. Yeah, and that's a good thing about it. You know, the more you get to know people, eventually you can create relationships, which is nice. You know, it's more than just this online kind of persona. Do you know what I mean? There's more to it. Is there any more questions for the one and only? We are pushing.
I don't work today, so I'm off. But I do have a friend that's coming over, and I have to put her on tape for an audition. So I do that sometimes. I have my living room all set up with the, you know, the actual gray curtain you're supposed to have, and the lights and everything. We'll set it up and get going on an audition.
That'd be good. That will.
How's life, Master Frailty? Good, mate. It's all good. I mean, I'm wearing a nice Christmas hat.
We've got our Christmas hat on, yeah. It's better than mine. It's even flashy.
I don't really celebrate Christmas that much, to be honest.
Oh, okay. I feel bad.
I mean, I don't get all festive. I don't get all festive with it. I have already too much stuff in my apartment.
I feel a bit bad because I said, "Oh, if you got a Christmas hat, bring it on."
Yeah, you asked me, and I was like, "It's gonna be at the dollar store. It's gonna be $2. I'm just gonna go and get it."
Liam said, "When you start streaming, are you going to join Team RPD?"
I don't know. I don't think I'll be joining anybody. It'll probably be Team Brad.
Team Brad.
I mean,
hey, you've heard it here first, guys. Team Brad, let's go.
No, I don't even know. I'll join all the teams, you know, because most likely most of the people won't even invite me on their team. That's what happened when I was growing up. So I expect that to happen again.
You're more than welcome to join Team RPD.
All right, man. Thank you.
That's
awesome.
If you ever decide to pick up the streaming, which you've touched on anyway.
Well, you know what? I'll pick up streaming, and honest to God, you probably don't want me on your team. So I'll stream, but I'll get all the help and all of your support and all that stuff if you want, and I'll join your teams for charities and all that stuff for sure. But I'm not. I can't promise affiliation to be part of anyone's club just yet, because I have to see what my options are. You know.
Oh, hey, look at this. Hey, do you know Team RPD is one of the teams?
I'm just joking, guys.
Tell you what. Hey, look.
I'm just joking. I'm just having fun with you. Anyway.
Oh, everyone wants to hug you.
I'm just having fun. You told me to tell him off, so I'm just having fun with that.
Hey, so
sorry, Matt.
They just want you to tell me to F off, so it can add
twice. I did that twice, didn't I?
Be added to a little voice command.
How about helping out?
Like I say, we've got Nick Apostolides who plays.
people are already wanting to quit RPD and join Team Brad. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Team Brad hasn't been set up yet, everyone.
Hey, look,
so
you'll have to get partnered on Twitch to get a team anyway. So,
well,
so
there is a Discord. I do have a Discord server too that people have set up for me in my name, but I won't release the details just yet because I want to finish a few other things getting ready for that. But I'm already in the RPD, right? I'm already part of your.
You're VIP in the RPD, and
I'm in the RPD in the Discord. Sorry, I'll try to show up there every now and then and say hello to everyone.
That's all right, but like, you know, if ever you want more people in your RPD, I'm sure. I mean, in your Discord, then I'm sure we can promote it for you as well.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely promote it. It's if you ever want to join, but I'm not. I think I'm not there as. I'm scattered. I'm trying to be everywhere as much as possible. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, which is just, you know, not really happening because I'm not really paying too much attention there. Oh my God, worm.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Horrible.
This worm is a pain. It's just horrible to fight.
But okay, don't explain what poggers mean because I hear that all the time.
It's like a great moment. It's like. I don't know, I'm trying to. That's what it usually means. Like, oh, that's amazing. That is. Oh, I can't believe you just done that.
I'm trying to catch up with all the language too. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right.
What is this? Generation Z or millennial stuff? What is that?
I don't know what it is anymore. I just yeah.
Remember, I'm Generation X, so.
Generation X.
I'm Gen X. We absolutely don't, I think, adhere to anything these days.
There is a question, but you may not want to answer it. It might be a bit personal, but was the pay good for RE3 that you did in the chat?
Sorry, say again?
Was the pay good for when you worked on Resident Evil 3?
No, that's why they came to Canada and didn't go to the United States.
There you go.
I mean, that's a point blank answer. Did I get paid well for the gig? I did in terms of like the gig for what size of part it was. I think I was considered a principal, and we have pay scales here in our acting union. Our acting union is called ACTRA, uh, and so we have pay sort of scales, and actor, principal, lead, guest star, blah 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 blah, or series regular, well, all that stuff. So I think I was categorized as principal, so that's above actor. So I got paid like normally for like a TV show, you probably get paid 1,000 or so for the day for a
Yeah.
principal part, and then you get 110% buyout on top of that. So it's like another 1,000, about $2,000, $3,000 maybe Canadian though, guys. So that's why, because the Canadian dollar was weaker than the Americans at
yeah.
the time, most likely. So that's why they came here. More bang for your buck.
Oh yeah.
Get more Brad for your buck.
It's all about the $5 in here, though, isn't it, folks?
Yeah.
It's all
$2
about
hat.
$5
Brad.
guys. Yeah, we're teasing this channel because it's like $5 is your subscription here in the channel, and like we just take the piss about it all the time.
I got a few Gen Xers up here. That's good.
Carlos.
Are you doing more to us? More to us.
Mr. Holy Soul is
That's so
that?
str- Everyone's name is a challenge sometimes. I love that name, but I can't even.
Mortius D. I'm the worst when it comes to names, so call him whatever you want. He's bad at real pilots in real life.
Bulatio. See, that's me trying to really like read it and actually say it, but I'm butchering it. I know. Sorry. Sorry, Mortius.
Just call him John.
John. Sure. My name is John.
John.
Someone made okay. So I like this question. You want to read it, Matt?
Which
should I
one?
read it?
If someone made a mod of this game where Brad was to survive, would you be interested in doing the voice again? It was a question we was going to ask actually, but Liam's made it very.
Yeah, of course. I mean, what actor does not want to reprise a role and get paid more money, right?
That's
I mean,
if it's a mod. If it's a mod, it's usually more like
give me my
volunteers.
$5. I'll do it.
You know.
No,
I would-
definitely I would do that. I think any actor would be honored to reprise their role. I've had fantasies where we shift off an OG3 and it we would actually get a chapter or just even a standalone chapter of Brad and show him escaping Nemesis 3 times until that scenario shows up where he dies. You know what I mean? Like just have something he does changes the course of something like that, whatever.
Yeah.
And but just give us a chapter of Brad, but like have him fight Nemesis like 3 times or something before he gets killed and he escapes or make it an escape kind of game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to try to figure out how to get out of the situation.
I mean, that
Brad
would
chapter,
be,
I would definitely do that.
that would be awesome.
I've been asked to do mods too. So
Oh, fantastic! That would be amazing. Like, obviously, it's not monetized, sadly, because there's no financial backing really. It's just you want to, one of them things. Is like
doing the mods is tricky because I'm a union actor and I have an agent, and I can't do a non-union gig.
Yeah.
So doing people's demos, if they at all make any kind of money on a Kickstarter, or if they make any kind of money, even in tips or support of any kind,
yeah,
any money that the producer or the maker gets, they would have to sign a contract with my union
okay,
to promise me money if they make money on the game.
yeah.
That's the only way I can do it. And I've already been talking with a few modders who wanted me to be part of their games.
Oh, there you go then. So that's good to hear. That's really good to hear.
What's that? Delucia. Yeah, that would be awesome. Actually, I would like to even explore Delucia and see that. Sure. Another game I would like to see, another Brad mini game is Extraction. Using a helicopter and having to land in zones and have your crew sort of like hold the situation or go and extract a survivor and bring him back to the helicopter and take off. It could be in apartment buildings, land on top of a building, go room to room until you find the survivors, bring them back to the chopper, fly away, or land in the middle of a farm scenario or jungle, whatever it is. I think that would be a cool mini game. Brad, be cool like helicopter mini game because I used to like playing Choplifter, Borderlands Choplifter
Yeah,
in the day.
I thought he was thinking more like Jungle Strike. That was a Sega Mega Drive game where you're in a chopper, you're killing things and whatnot and saving people. But
Yeah, like just like
yeah.
Choplifter. Just make it like a Brad version of Choplifter, 3D, whatever you want. But I would love that. And I would voice that one because that would just be Brad, flying around, and maybe he'll have the seniority, and I'll tell people.
It could just be like the multiverse, couldn't it? Like, with what's going on with Marvel and that at the moment. You could just have
Well, didn't they
multiverse.
promise a reverse? Wasn't that something? I don't know. I'm just hearing rumors.
Hey, exactly. You're onto something there. So I know you've been, that is in the
someone's already put
works.
that in my head.
Yeah, well, I don't have to say no more then. That's good to hear. Yeah.
Commodore 64 Choplifter, yeah, Broderbund. Yeah, I owned a Commodore 64 for years. Played every game on that. Loved Ghostbusters. It was an awesome game on that.
I've still got a Sinclair, an Atari Sinclair. I've had a Commodore. Oh shit! Fuck. What? We're getting close to the end here, though, folks. We've got 2 more bosses left, and then we're done. See, look how quick we are. Evan, you impressed?
Yeah, man. It's all good.
You look how fucking far we've got. Even though the game crashed, we're doing all right.
That's okay. You know what? I've been more into looking at trying to keep up with what Chad is saying and answering questions. Like I said, I've seen a lot of people play this and get to it and all that stuff. It's definitely fun. Am I up to date on all my chats? Ghostbusters was my favorite. Yeah, I love Jumpman. Amazing. Yes, Jumpman was awesome.
What kind of question?
When I say I played every game, I've played every game from the beginning of gaming.
I've got a question from Turbo Chad. Do you remember what you were eating during your time in the voice acting career early on? Was it baked beans?
Beans? Is this Evan Sabba? Yes, it is, mate. Beans? I love beans, man. Okay, so leave some.
I'm not sure. Here we go. Oh shit!
You have it in. People have it in for you, man.
They hate me.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know why they watch me.
Yeah, see, the only thing about me wanting to stream is I'm worried that all the trolls will just show up. Because, I mean, in general, people don't like me.
Nah, I don't think... You have mods to protect you. Like, if someone comes in...
I will have mods to protect me, that's for sure. People have been offering, and it's been really, really awesome that way. Again, more experience that I don't have.
You get it all the time. It's a sad reality. It's like anywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, I own the Amiga, I think. I own the Amiga. And I played Dune on that as well. It was awesome.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's if you've got any game that you can think of, you can just say it, and I'll just ask me if I've played it. I'll tell you. I've literally so many, but I know that there's so many. It's like books. You can't read them all. You can't play them all anymore. There's just too many. I tried keeping up. I did my best. I've got a massive collection, but I can't play them all. But if you name them, I'll tell you what I played.
Yeah.
And yeah, and one day I'll set up a PS4 account and I'll be happy to play with people every now and then randomly too. So, get that set up.
There you go. Look, you can play. You can get on. You could co-op Resident Evil 5 with Evan. It'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Well, no, that one I'm playing right now. I got my partner for that, but maybe a different game.
Or Resident Evil Outbreak. Do like community nights on that.
Don't own that. I don't own a lot of the Resident Evils. There's so many of them.
There is quite a lot. There is quite a lot.
I haven't played Village. I haven't played 7. I haven't played 6.
Would you say you're into your first person kind of games? Like obviously Resident Evil 7.
I think those are the first person video games are. I would say. At a very young age, I fell in love with it because obviously it was another one of those sort of landmark situations where you come across Doom, Castle Wolfenstein.
Doom was.
And
Yeah.
previously you were playing Castle Wolfenstein on 2D maps, and you know, Achtung! They had to like stop you, and like tick, 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 march over to the, show me your passes and stuff like that. That's really old school. So then when the first 3D engines were coming out with the, Wolfenstein and Doom, it was mind blowing, right? And if you wanted to, you didn't want to play any other game other than that. But I think what it is about the first person shooter games, and I love my third person games, but the first person shooter games was always about immersion for me. I've always enjoyed the fact that camera seemed to be more about inside of your head.
Yeah.
And that's real life, right? That's what we all have. This is the Matrix, so we're all playing the game anyway. So it was like a game within a game. And so that's why I like that. I like the immersion, and I like it to be as scary as possible, which is why I love Quake and Doom and all these things.
What I will say is that you will have a wonderful experience with the VR for Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, people said it's very scary.
If it's your first playthrough, and with the VR, you'll definitely know. You'll definitely get a bit. Whoa.
I'll wait for the next sale.
Yeah, I mean,
I have still so many VR games I've played once or twice, and I have to get back to them. I think I've got the X-Wing and TIE Fighter game. I really need to put some time into Squadrons, I think.
It's just not enough time in the day, is there? There's never enough time in the day.
Yeah.
It's just a shame.
And yeah, Resident Evil 4, if it gets ported to the PSVR, that'd be awesome. Because I heard it. I mean, it won awards, did it not, for VR? So
yeah,
it must have done a fine job. And so I think, I'd definitely like to get my hands on the PSVR version. And no, I mean, of course, I would like to own a PS5 because then I could use my PSVR even better. So I'll probably just upgrade to the new PSVR when they do it. Stay loyal, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
The Oculus and everything was very tempting and looks great and everything. It's just too meta for me at the moment.
I actually sold my VR. I just couldn't stick with using it.
You couldn't what?
I couldn't use it. It just
Which
wasn't
one?
for me. The PSVR that you've got.
Yeah.
Never-
Oh, it gets hot and sweaty. It's not designed well. But I love the immersion of it.
Yeah,
love
absolutely.
the immersion.
Yeah.
Like it just changes games, and it changes gaming. It's a whole different thing. It'd be nice for them to master certain things, but I'm telling you, using the PS the aim is phenomenal.
Yeah, I haven't used the gun. I've only used just the headset.
It changes everything.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel like you've got, you can see you got your SWAT rifle, but it's a lot of fun for me personally. But I play everything. I play Stardew Valley if that was the case. I would play anything. I like real-time strategy game or city building games, or you kind of name it. I've played it. I love exploring new ideas and game designers think outside the box. And I even play a Kerbal Space Program. If anyone plays Kerbal Space Program, that just shows how smart I am. That's right.
We are.
Try that. Try that.
I think this should be it now, folks. Hey, we did it.
Amazing.
I've got
You beat that guy? You beat that thing?
Yeah.
Whoa. Who's that? Is that Nemesis?
Yeah, it's like the final form of Nemesis. Yeah.
Good.
Gone.
Die.
See you later.
Die, man.
I killed you, man. I killed you. No,
Was
I'm not
Bill
Robocop.
Paxton.
Oh, no, it was, yeah.
Brad is a Chad. Love it. I don't even know what.
So the question is, Evan, do we give basically there's two ways to kill? Like, you can either just go to the chopper, or you can give the Nemesis stars. It's like you want stars, I'll give you stars. Which one do you want to go for? You get to decide.
Sorry,
here.
say again. Say the question again, Matt.
So we give him stars or not to the enemy, to the final boss Nemesis? Do you want me to give him stars or not? It's just a final.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Let's go for it, Eddie. Which one stars? Is it the top one, folks? Is it the top one? Because it's in Chinese, I forgot.
Well, wait. So what are the two choices again? Give him stars?
Or just leave. Just go.
Or just leave?
Yeah, it's boring, isn't it? Let's go with the top one. It's top,
Yeah.
isn't it? Is it bottom, Liam? Yeah.
Finish him.
Top to shoot. There we go. I forgot. Here we go.
Oh, you know what? I almost feel bad for him.
No, don't. He's gone.
Kill him. Yeah.
I'll give you stars.
You want stars? I'll give you stars. Normally,
Is she gonna say it?
she did it. You missed
see it already?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because it's old models. Her mouth didn't move. I wasn't.
Yeah, come on now, come on. So what happens normally when you speedrun this game? You just you want to escape as soon as possible because obviously you want to complete the game soon as. But yeah, that's it.
When you're speedrunning, yeah, obviously.
So I forgot the option for some reason. But that is it.
Wow.
What I like about this game as well is the ending and also the credits because it's got that amazing music soundtrack as well. Great. There we
I guess
go.
we're all set.
Terrible run.
Yeah, I'm
but
not
I
finding
guess.
that helicopter, but who is that? Is that Vince? Yeah.
Oh no.
Carlos is.
It's here.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the actor. Yeah,
Oh,
Vince.
yeah.
It's time to go.
But
Time to go.
is that the nuke? Oh man.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye. See ya.
Forgot to ask as well. Have you watched the new Resident Evil movie?
The Resident Evil movie.
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched it. No,
No.
I haven't. I will watch it probably one day.
Yeah.
I've had it. This
Um,
time they've gone too far.
But I didn't even watch any of the Resident Evils with what's her name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say that one. What's the name? I always
I mean,
forget.
I think I watched the first one and then I was like, what?
Yeah.
So
Well,
then I
if
just-
yeah. You watched the
So I stopped watching.
the recent one. It's they have tried to tie it in more with the games.
Yeah, a lot of people are upset, and I get it, and all that stuff. But it is just a you know, it's one version. It's you said a multiverse, right? So it's just a multiverse of Resident Evil.
It's an idea, isn't it?
Those are
Yeah.
the choices they made, and you know that's just those are just artists who are making the choices, you know, and trying to come up with probably a story that would be just as good for people who've never been involved with Resident Evil before, who've never seen Resident Evil. They got to kind of balance it between people who've never don't even know about the series' existence and the deep fans. So
Yeah.
it's really difficult, you know, because they're after box office money.
Absolutely, yeah.
They're doing fan service to some degree, but they also have to like
Make
make
money,
probably
yeah.
the movie for any audience, and so they probably had their hands tied for a lot of the choices, they just had to, you know, kind of balance that all out. So if they didn't hit the mark for you because you're an Uber fan, that's understandable. You know, maybe the movie didn't work out well for people who've never seen Resident Evil either. And we're like, what's this? Like, weird creatures and all that stuff, right? So really difficult to make the movie, but I'm glad they attempted it.
Yeah.
And for those who liked it, awesome, right? Good
Yeah,
attempt.
like I took my partner to the cinemas to watch it recently, and she now feels she understands like Resident Evil a lot more now in terms of the, you know, the games, because it does tie in with the games a bit, not fully, but you know.
Yeah.
But when you do get a chance to watch it, yeah, you'll have to let us know what you think when you do. Get
Yeah. I mean, I you know, it's probably not gonna be in the movie theaters anymore, so I'll have to rent it when it shows up on the PlayStation Store.
Absolutely, sounds good.
Probably around the corner.
Yeah,
Think about it.
it'll be on soon. Yeah, I'm sure of it. A DVD or something.
Yeah. So I mean, and then you know, then I'll share an opinion or two. I think I do know how Brad dies already, and that's of course already an instant disappointment. But again, it's just a choice.
I think
And maybe
being
it'll-
Brad, it seems to always be a disappointment, doesn't it? In terms of how he, you know, obviously dies, and only if we had more Brad. That's what we need. More Brad.
Well, I don't care if it's more Brad. It's just again, I wouldn't it have been fun if he, you know, made it to a sequel, and in the sequel he dies by Nemesis.
Yeah,
That'd have been awesome.
yeah, absolutely.
But justice for Brad, yeah.
Justice for Brad chat. Let's go. Have you got any final questions, anyone, as well, for Evan? Whilst we have him here now, the perfect opportunity for anything you want to ask.
Yeah, Miss M Devil, don't worry about people being mean about Brad. They're just looking for attention, right? Whenever anybody disses on Brad, they just want the attention. They want a bit of the Brad shine. I don't know what to say. So let him be mean. Okay.
If you had to
Don't
choose,
take myself seriously. You know that, right? Anyway, what?
I'll just go through some of the questions. If you had to choose, would you rather go drinking with Leon or Chris?
Would I rather go drinking with Leon or Chris?
Yeah.
Is that what the question is?
Yeah, that's a question.
I mean, it's probably. Oh man. I mean, to be honest, I'd probably be going drinking with one of the ladies, but
Great response. That's
I
a
mean,
sort
just
of
because
response,
a lady as a wingman is a much better situation. You know what I mean? Walk into a bar,
absolutely.
right?
Oh la la.
You're like, hello, how are you?
Ooh.
Right? And you got a girlfriend with you. You're safe. You're good. You're good. You're an okay guy. You bring two guys into the bar situation. It's not so comfortable. Can't really talk to the girl you find interesting unless you're suave, right? You're nice. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I would go definitely drinking with Chris, I think, over Leon. Does that
Fantastic.
answer that?
I think that's more than an answer, so thank you for that. Not a question. I just want to say how much of a pleasure it was having you here, Evan. Such a nice, relatable bloke, and I'm sure I speak for all of us when I hope you come back sometime for the RE Marathon next year. And I just want to hear, what is both Matt and Evan's take on remake of RE3, where Brad has an alternative story, just like side characters of Resident Evil 2, which much like Kendo.
I guess we're getting questions again from people who are just joining the stream. Same question, we answered that one, but what my take was on it. Is that what the question was? What's your take?
Basically, it's about what we touched on earlier. Yeah, about obviously you wish it was more like the original in terms of Nemesis and taking out Brad and whatnot.
Yeah. Prefer my OG ending. How about that? That's a really quick summary. I like the way I die.
But yeah, thank you everyone for watching this. It's been good, and I hope
Thank you, everyone.
Having Evan here. Evan, just want to say thank you so much for being here, and I really appreciate
Yeah,
you.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you for putting it
coming
together.
up today, and it's been an absolute joy. And I'm very happy to be able to speak to you at last, and well, I wouldn't say in person, but over the internet. And I'm overjoyed. So thank you for that. And
hey, no worries, mate.
yeah, if
no
you got
worries.
any final words you want to say to the chat, then go ahead now. And
Thank you so much for everyone who's joined the chat. I am greatly, humbly appreciative of you joining the stream, joining Matt's stream. Of course, he put this together, and of course, give him a thank you. And just thank you so much for your support, and you follow me on Twitter and on Instagram, and we'll soon see if we can get you some giveaways and all that stuff with some Brad stuff going on. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you around the community.
fantastic. I'll mute the stream now, Brad, and I'll just